Hello everybody, Kane here today with another episode of Jurassic World Reborn, and today we are building an Allosaurus exhibit, which despite me very much trying to make it different from all the other Allosaurus exhibits I've built over the years, ironically I feel like it's just a slight variation on if I combined all of them together, and that's what this looks like. Although I will say it looks really awesome, and I think this is probably one of my new favorites we've done, for at least the larger carnivores. But one quick thing to mention, and that is, if you're watching this, at least that you're watching this the day it goes up, you might be like, hey, I thought the aquarium series was supposed to be today. And it was. But again, if you're watching this when this has come out, I had my my midterm projects due over the weekend and this week, so didn't really have that much time. And, well, I did have a bit of time to work on that, and I was expecting, oh yeah, this is gonna take me maybe like, you know, an hour. No, I got, I think, a first time-lapse done about an hour in, and we made a decent amount of progress, but there's still a ton of stuff left to do, so I think this next episode won't be out till, next week, because I'm going to need to spend several days just working on it. So yes, a very long, complicated explanation as to why it's Jurassic World today instead of the aquarium. But yeah, that episode will be coming out as soon as I have the time to finish recording it. So the general idea for this exhibit was, well, it's in a bit of a weird area, and this whole area right here between the big Hadrosaur exhibit, the Dodo Rex, and the swamp area, it's really weird to build in because you have like 3 completely different builds all right next to each other that don't share a lot in common. So it's like connecting 3 or 4 different rock points all together to create like a somewhat natural looking terrain piece. It's really weird and kind of complicated to build, but yeah, we basically built this like cliff face rock wall type thing. In all honesty, if you've seen the Dino series, which again, I'm going to try and get some episodes out for as well, again, midterms really put some roadblocks there. But yeah, if you've seen our dinosaurs with the Fossils and Archaeology mod, if you've seen that series, we kind of did a big rock wall cliff type thing with a viewing area on top of it, and that's kind of where the visitors were. So I've taken that from that exhibit. And then the rest of it is probably from a series, Dinosaurs Park, most of you guys just didn't see because it was like 4 years ago now, and that's insane. But yeah, again, this is really just a lot of previous Allosaurus exhibits I've made all kind of combined together to make one really cool one. In fact, this is one, I mean, I do realize, before I say what I'm about to say, I do realize this build took me like an hour and a half, 2 hours to put together because I kind of went a bit more overboard with it than I was really expecting to. But if I did this in survival, it's gonna take a lot longer. But at the same time, I feel like this would be a fantastic build to do in survival, and is kind of giving me some ideas on potentially ways I might remodel the current Allosaurus exhibit in our survival series at some point down the line. Of course, that requires me actually to get enough time to go back on the Dinos World, finish up all the projects we're working on, and kind of get back into the swing of things there. But yeah. Anyway, the reason I picked Allosaurus actually is just because, oh, excuse me, I get the hiccups now, I guess. What was it? So, a couple of reasons. The first being, Allosaurus and a lot of the big carnivores have been really highly suggested, and I think the last big carnivore we got in was the Dodo Rex, and that was a couple of episodes ago, and it was a really long break between a big carnivore and the Dodo Rex, so I figured we should do a couple more of these. And I am considering doing another carnivore next episode, maybe the Gigantosaurus or the Carcharodontosaurus, we'll see. And then maybe doing something like the Apatosaurus or the Brachiosaurus, so some of the bigger, more interesting dinosaurs. Most, again, because they've been highly suggested and people have really wanted to see them. The second is because, well, partially A, I just didn't really have the idea fully fleshed out for the Mammoth exhibit I wanted to do, and B, I have noticed most of the Ice Age themed builds have not done super well views-wise, so I was like, you know, I might take a little bit of, like, kind of spread the Ice Age builds out a little bit in between, you know, do one of those, and then maybe do like 1 or 2 dinosaur exhibits. the highly suggested dinosaur exhibits, and then do another Ice Age build, and then come back to this, and so on and so forth. It feels weird saying that, but you know, at the end of the day, I kind of like videos doing well. It's kind of nice. But anyway, one thing that was actually really cool with building this is that it did kind of, the ideas I had going into this did actually end up helping a ton with fixing up some of the terrain issues we had from previous exhibits, like the Hadrosaur one, where we had all these really horrible looking just blocks of dirt just everywhere. So yeah, it kind of gave me the idea of just wrapping a big rock, hill, cliff, wall type thing all the way around it. And I mean, it was kind of a brilliant thing from my perspective, at least, just because A, it made it look a lot nicer, and B, it means I don't really have to do any work on fixing any of that later because it's all covered with a rock wall. So yeah. And much like with the Wildlife Park series, I'm going to be following a very similar ethos with this, which is if the visitors can't see it from the pathways, I don't need to spend, you know, another hour or two of my own time just editing it and making it look nicer, because, you know, at the end of the day, no one's going to see it. So yeah, that's kind of my thinking with it. I know that probably is gonna bug some people, like, oh, you know, why don't you want to finish everything? Because it takes hours of time to fix all that stuff all around the world, this world, and yeah, I don't really have all that time, nor do I really have the motivation to go do that. Because I've done that on stuff like dinos before, where I'll go back and like try and fix a bunch of stuff that people will never see. And I know I did that originally in the Wildlife Park world. I would work on all that stuff all the time. And then just slowly dawned on me, I was spending hours working on like all these projects that no one was ever going to see. Unless, of course, you know, like they specifically went looking for these things. And I'm like, well, if they're never gonna see it, what is the point in, you know, spending so much time doing that when I could be spending the same amount of time working on other projects, getting the actual zoo finished, all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Also, I guess one good thing that is coming out of this, like I said, I had midterms, so like I kind of just had no time this week. But the good thing of that is I'm halfway through my semester now, so we're getting pretty close to my summer break. So yeah, we'll hopefully come back and start doing more episodes each week, which I would love. I would love to be able to, you know, actually do the five or so videos a week I've been wanting to do for the past couple of months and kind of get back into the swing of things. So hopefully, or not hopefully, that'll be probably mid-April, so that'll be really nice to see. Hope you guys are looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, it should be pretty fun. Also, once again, we are super close to hitting, like, what is it, 10K? Let me see, how far are we? How far along are we now? I think we're at like, what was that, like 9,920 last video, and now we're at 9,960. So that's super cool. We're only we're like 40-ish off, I guess. So yeah, that's really, really cool. I'm really excited about that, guys. So thank you again for that. That's really awesome to see. So yeah, I'll have to start planning out that that 10K special, I guess. Man, I have no idea what I'm gonna do for that. Anyway, I'll probably let the rest of the time let's play out as I just kind of finish up the terrain. I have to say, even before I like did all the grass texturing and whatnot, this already looks really good, especially from the pathway. It looks absolutely fantastic. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this. But yeah, if you have any suggestions for what animals you want to see next, let me know in the comments down below. I am always very interested to hear what you guys want to see, and also, if you want, leave a suggestion for what kind of exhibit you'd like to see for the animal. So if you want to see, I don't know, a Postosuchus in a mesa biome, or a, I don't know, a dodo in a shipwreck, let me know, and we'll see about doing some stuff like that. So anyway, I'm gonna let the rest of this play out, and I'll catch back up with you guys to show off the exhibit. All right, and here is the final finished exhibit, or mostly finished. So, a couple of things that I don't think I went over in the time. So that is potentially a future exhibit for probably one of the smaller animals. Not sure exactly what, but we might throw something in there. And yeah, out there is probably going to be next episode's thing, or one of the next episode's things, which is the exhibit that's going to be connected up to the Allosaurus one. And also, can I just say something? These things aren't Allosauruses. Like, this is like a Carcharodontosaurus. I'm sure this thing's actually bigger than the Carcha is, and that's insane. This thing's enormous. It's kind of just absolutely blowing my mind. Also, I don't know why they both are just hiding out down here. There's plenty of space back there, but apparently they're like, nah, fam, we're just gonna sit by the wall and the visitors. Also, I think these are both textures I didn't show off in the showcase, because I know I've never seen this one before. I may have seen this one, but I don't think I have. Ooh, it's cool. Where is that sound effect from? Is that the what is it? What was it called? Like it was like some really old dinosaur hunter game on the PC. I swear that's where that sound effect is from. Oh, I have no idea, but I'm like, I feel like I'm like 90% sure that's where that sound is from. I don't remember what animal that would have been. What was it? Oh, what animal was it? You know, I have no idea, but I am like 90% sure that's where that sound is from. Someone can let me know in the comments if I'm right or not, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. But yeah, overall, I think the exhibit looks really cool. I think the trees turned out really well, just with where they ended up getting placed. I think the environment's got a really cool feel to it. Yeah, it's kind of what I wanted. I kind of wanted this to have the same kind of vibe, I guess, as the Stegosaurus exhibit, because it's kind of a similar terrain thing, and I guess similar to this in a way, but different as well. Also, you'll notice all the dinosaurs are gone once again because it was causing issues. So yeah, it was causing the game to crash, which was really annoying. Also, we will probably be doing the viewing area I was talking about over here. Maybe in another episode or two, we'll get that kind of thrown in, kind of do some stuff over there. But yeah, most of the, aside from the actual exhibits, most of the stuff we're gonna be working on probably is starting to get stuff heading out this way, so we can kind of get the last couple of big dinosaurs going out there, and then of course some stuff out there, and the Ice Age area, and yeah, yeah, I don't know. I'm still confused on how much time we've got left in this, and how many more episodes. Man, that thing is just, that is a ridiculous dinosaur. Not ridiculous in it looks, they look fantastic, but I mean, the scale of them is insane. It's kind of boggling my mind. Just, like, that's about how big I expect the wait, okay, I'm not gonna spawn an actual T-Rex in, but like, whoops. Oh, is it Tyranno? Yeah, not T-Rex. Okay, well that's weird. It wasn't doing that a second ago. Huh, something must have happened. But like, if we spawn a T-Rex skeleton in, that one is about the same size as the T-Rex. That's ridiculous. Also, why did it just make a raptor sound? That's really weird. Anyway, aside from all that, yeah, let me know what you guys think of the exhibit. What do you think about it? Do you like it? What would you add to it? And what do you guys want to see next episode? But yeah, anyway, thank you all for watching. Hope you've all enjoyed, and until next time, guys, see ya.